Everyone thinks they know what Las Vegas is really like. Glitzy casinos, flashing lights, promises of instant wealth. How many times have you heard the story? Maybe you even believed it, just like I did. But what if I told you that everything you believe about Las Vegas is only half the story? That the empty streets you see on the Strip aren't just about a slow season or a random downturn, but are the warning signs of a deeper, more insidious problem: greed that has hollowed out the heart of the city itself. Because Las Vegas isn't just a city. It's an experiment in ambition, a machine fueled by hope and broken by greed, a dreamland built on risk and now haunted by regret. And the truth is, this city's emptiness is no accident. It's a warning, one nobody saw coming. So, come with me. Step out onto the Strip. Not the one you see in the movies, but the Las Vegas of right now. Cold, bright, and nearly silent. It's just past midnight, but the sidewalks are nearly empty. Neon lights still burn across the skyline, throwing their wild colors onto pavement where footsteps used to echo through the night. Casino floors that once buzzed with energy now feel hollow. Dealers shuffle cards for nobody. Slot machines blink for an audience that never arrives. A handful of tourists wander by, glancing at their phones, confusion written on their faces. Is this it? One whispers to another, disappointment breaking through their excitement. Where is the Vegas they were promised? But to understand how this happened, you have to step back in time to the days when Las Vegas was a miracle in the desert, a place built by outsiders and dreamers who believed that here, anything was possible. For decades, this city thrived on a delicate balance: risk and reward, showmanship and secrecy, winners and losers. The promise was simple: everyone had a shot. Then, slowly, quietly, that promise began to unravel. As mega corporations took over the Strip, the city's soul was quietly sold off, one hidden fee at a time. Resort fees, parking charges, markups on everything from bottled water to Wi-Fi. The higher the profits climbed, the more the crowds faded away. This is the new Las Vegas. Billionaires in penthouse suites, laid-off workers passing shuttered storefronts, casino floors where silence is louder than the jackpot bells. The only thing emptier than the hotel rooms are the promises made by those who thought they could squeeze Vegas forever. Tonight, through real stories, eyewitness accounts, and confessions from those who lived it, we'll reveal the human cost of Las Vegas's new era of greed and why its empty streets are a sign of something much bigger than a city in decline. So buckle up, because the real Las Vegas, the one nobody wants to talk about, is nothing like the brochure. Let's meet the people who know the truth. First, there's Raymond, 52 years old. He's a pit boss in one of the oldest casinos on the Strip. Raymond's got sharp eyes and a calm, steady voice. 2 decades of watching the casino floor have taught him how to read people from across the room. He's seen hopeful newcomers, high rollers, and more heartbreak than most of us will ever know. Vegas will show you everything if you know where to look, he says. Next is Maria, 31, a cocktail server. Her laughter can cross the entire casino, but lately, she says, it's not as real as it used to be. Maria came to Las Vegas for adventure, but what she found was something different. A city where expectations and reality rarely match. You see people walk in with stars in their eyes. By the end of the night, most of them leave a little quieter, she tells me. Then there's Derek, 41, a lifelong local. He was born just outside the Strip, and he's watched the city reinvent itself again and again. Derek loves the energy, but he doesn't pretend things haven't changed. The magic's still here if you know where to look, but it's not as easy to find as it used to be, he admits. And finally, Stacy, 27, visiting Vegas for the first time. She saved up for years, dreaming of luxury, bright lights, and memories that would last forever. But after a few days, Stacy's excitement has been replaced by confusion and disappointment. She wonders, is this the Vegas everyone talks about? Their stories don't always match up. Sometimes, they even contradict each other. But together, they give us a mosaic more honest and raw than any tourist ad or PR campaign. Through their voices, you'll see Las Vegas as it really is: unfiltered, complicated, and impossible to forget. Story 1. Raymond, the VIP ghost town. It's 2 a.m. The casino should be alive with excitement. But tonight, the room is almost silent. Raymond stands by the VIP tables, watching the empty seats and untouched chips. He remembers when these rooms were packed: laughter, deals, high rollers taking chances. Now, there are only shadows. The new VIPs care less about the thrill, more about showing off. Most are here for business, not fun. Raymond sighs. You used to see real gamblers, people who loved the game. Now it's about money, power, and status. That's all. He thinks about all the faces he's seen, all the stories left behind. As he walks past the empty tables, he wonders if the city has finally run out of luck. That was the moment I realized, Raymond says softly. Vegas isn't for dreamers anymore. It's just for those who can afford to lose. Story 2. Maria, the worker's perspective. Maria's shift starts before sunset. The casino lights come on, but the energy just isn't there. She moves from table to table, carrying trays, watching the crowds shrink. She used to earn good tips. These days, the money's worse, the work is harder, and everyone seems tense. There are new fees for everything: parking, drinks, even the old free perks are gone. The bosses keep talking about profits, about efficiency. Maria says, tired. But it all comes from us workers and tourists. We pay the price. She watches the guests complain about their bills, about hidden charges, about why the magic feels missing. Maria wonders if anyone remembers what Las Vegas used to be. You start to feel invisible, she confesses, her voice fading. Like the city's using you up, and when you're done, you're just another face nobody will remember. Story 3. Derek. The price of power. Derek's been a Vegas local his whole life. He's seen the city grow, rise, and fall more than once. He remembers a time when even locals felt like part of the show. Now, it feels like there's a wall between the Strip and the rest of the city. The corporations make decisions from far away, chasing higher profits. Derek shakes his head. It used to feel like the city belonged to all of us. Now, it's like a gated community. If you can't pay, you don't matter. A blast of menacement. He thinks about friends who lost jobs, about old businesses now boarded up. Derek knows some people adapt, but for many, there's no place left. Vegas stopped caring who it left behind, he says. Now, you either win big or you're just in the way. Story 4. Stacy. The outsider's dream. Stacy saved for years to visit Las Vegas. She wanted the full experience, the bright lights, wild nights, stories she could share forever. But from the start, things felt off. Hidden fees at check-in, parking that cost more than she expected, drinks that tasted expensive but never free. The crowds were smaller, the atmosphere less electric. She met locals who missed the old days and tourists who said they wouldn't come back. By the end of her trip, Stacy felt more lost than amazed. Was this really it? She wondered. Is this the Vegas everyone talks about? She takes one last walk down the Strip, neon lights reflecting in puddles on the empty sidewalk. Maybe I came too late, she whispers. Or maybe Vegas just isn't what it used to be. Somewhere along the way, everything changed. Maybe it was the day they started charging for parking, or the moment the big corporations bought out the last family-run casino. Some people remember it as the year the fees showed up on every hotel bill. Others say it was when the crowds stopped coming. For Raymond, it was the night he stood in the middle of the empty VIP lounge, listening to nothing but his own footsteps. For Maria, it was the day her tips dropped by half, even though she was working twice as hard. For Derek, it was when his favorite local diner shut its doors for good. Another small business lost to rising rents and new rules. For Stacy, it was the moment she looked out her hotel window and saw the Strip almost empty, the lights shining for no one. Suddenly, Las Vegas was no longer about magic, excitement, or second chances. The new model was all about profit, about cutting corners, about keeping out anyone who couldn't pay the price. Some people managed to adapt, others packed up and left. But nobody escaped unchanged. A lot was lost, little things and big things. The sound of laughter at 2 a.m, the welcome from a friendly face at the door, the thrill of knowing that, here, anyone could belong. Now, Las Vegas feels different. And the truth is, nobody knows if it will ever go back to the way it was. Las Vegas today looks richer, brighter, and more polished than ever before. But look a little closer, and you'll see the cracks everywhere. Hotel rooms that used to be full now sit empty for nights at a time. Hallways echo with silence where laughter once rang out. Many of the people who built this city, dealers, cooks, bartenders, cleaners, have disappeared. Some moved away to find better chances. Others simply faded into the background, working more hours for less reward. There are new winners in this version of Las Vegas. Investors and property owners celebrate record profits. Corporate offices send out press releases about growth and success. From the top floors, the city still looks like a land of endless opportunity. But for most, the reality is different. Old friends do not come back. Longtime visitors say the magic is missing. The energy that once brought people together is hard to find. Maria says her tips are the lowest she has ever seen. Raymond stands by the gaming tables, waiting for customers who never arrive. Derek drives through neighborhoods that feel more empty every month. Stacy returns home with stories to tell, but none of them are the ones she hoped for. For a lucky few, the dream still burns the chance at a jackpot, the thrill of a perfect night, a moment to remember forever. But for many, Las Vegas has become just a memory. A place they talk about in the past tense. A city they used to belong to, before the price got too high. And that maybe is the real loss. Not just for the city, but for everyone who ever believed in what it once stood for. Maybe the old Las Vegas is truly gone. Maybe this is just the way the world works. Places change, dreams fade, and nothing stays the same forever. But I can't help but wonder, does the magic still live on? Somewhere out there. Maybe, if you know where to look. Maybe, if you know who to ask. Maybe, if you remember how to hope. What do you think? Is Las Vegas worth saving? Or should we just let the past stay in the past? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us your own story about Las Vegas. Was your experience different? Or did you see the emptiness too? And if these stories touched you or made you think, don't forget to subscribe. Because as long as the lights keep shining in this city, there will always be another story to tell. Until next time.